Maddie, I just received the plans you sent to my email. But when I opened the file, there was an incomplete floor plan in here that just isn't related to our project.
Oh, I'm really sorry about that. I must have dragged the wrong file into the email. I'll send you the correct floor plans right away.
I know I'm just your coworker, but if you had sent this to one of our clients or something, we'd be in real trouble. The one you just sent isn't something that's supposed to go public yet. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry about that again.
Next time, make sure to double-check all of your attached files so that mishaps like this don't happen again. If it were to happen, I don't want to have to deal with all that paperwork.
Alright, I'll make sure to be more careful.
Your floor plans are always fantastic, but even one mistake like that can put you out of a job real quick. For this week, just make sure that you focus hard on this work.
Alright.
You wouldn't want to mess something up and put our whole company in jeopardy, right? And actually, recently I feel that besides the plans you draw up, you've been making small mistakes here and there quite frequently. It's been over 3 months now since you joined this company, right?
Actually, 4 months.
Fine, 4 months then. Still, you should be over this hump of starting a new job, right?
I should be, shouldn't I?
I guess I shouldn't forget that this is your first full-time job as well. I remember my first time having a job, and the first few months were pretty rough for me as well. So, of course, having that much anxiety can cause mistakes like this to happen more frequently.
Yeah, I'll make sure to relax a bit more and take it easy.
Thank you, and thanks for your hard work and staying behind till late today. Make sure you don't stay any later than an hour or two, okay?
Okay, by the way, I just sent you the new email.
Thank you. Just give me 1 second.
Sure.
I'll take a closer look at it here soon, but for today, you're all done with your work, right? You should start heading home while it's still bright outside.
Thank you for doing that. I'll start getting my things together.
And make sure you get home and into bed soon. If not, and you stay out late all the time, your productivity at work will begin to fall.
And I'll make sure not to stay out too late tonight. By the way, you're already home now, aren't you? I'm sorry for making you work while being at home when you should be relaxing too. And it's late too, sorry about that.
I don't mind having to get a little extra work done before bed. And for the last few weeks, I've been out of the office hanging out, spending time with my family anyway.
I heard that you're married, right?
Well, yeah. And I have a 5-year-old daughter here with me as well.
Good evening, Maddie, is it? This is Emily, Greg's wife. Wait, really? Am I really talking to Greg's wife? That's right. Oh, okay. Well, nice to meet you over text, I guess. I'm Maddie, and I joined Greg's office most recently. My husband has been on the phone texting for a while now, so I was getting worried he was seeing another woman. But it looks like you two have just been talking about work, huh? Oh my gosh, yes. All about work. I'm really sorry for texting him so late in the evening. I made a hiccup at work, and Greg was just letting me know that I needed to sort it out before going back home. No, you don't have to be sorry, as I'm the one who intruded on your work. My husband got to come home, but he made you stay late to work, huh? Sorry about that. Well, that's just because I'm still a bit slow at work. So I hope you don't mind me texting him about work so much. Do you think that my husband can be a little too strict at times, though? Are you both doing okay? Anytime I look at his work phone, he always seems to so strict with you guys. But he sure is serious about his work, huh? I'm also really thankful for the way he was able to allow me to work with him even though I'm such a novice. So I'm truly happy to be working with him. You are one hell of a good apple then, huh? Well, I'm also happy that he has you working for him, so thanks.
I'm sorry about my wife. She didn't mean to interrupt here. She snatched my phone from me again.
Well, I'm glad I got to chat with her for a bit. Your wife is a very bright and happy person, isn't she?
She sure is. Sorry again for that, though.
Don't worry, I was just a bit surprised is all.
Yeah, I don't know why she likes to do that. I even told her that I was just texting one of my employees, yet she still takes my phone like that. I hope you'll forget about what just happened there.
But she isn't a bad person or anything, and it was actually kind of fun talking to her. If your wife is happy, that must mean your house is all sorts of fun.
Well, sometimes a bit too much fun. She's always excited and keen to go out and explore new things all the time. A bit too much for me, really.
Ah, okay. Well, she still seems nice.
Yep, she takes it from her grandmother. Both her grandparents have actually moved to the US from Vietnam a while back and have been immigrants here. So everything was exciting for them, and their entire family always loves to go out and explore all the time. New theme parks, new restaurants. Every day is like a freaking vacation to them. But anyway, I think that today my wife had a call with them and is thinking of going to see them back in Vietnam. So there's gonna be peace and quiet here for a bit.
So you have a pretty cool family, huh?
Yeah, you could say that. And I think she's thinking of taking our daughter with her to go see them as well, actually.
Just your wife and daughter then?
Well, I'm just a bit too busy with work and can't get any days off, so I'll be staying behind. Might be a little lonely not seeing the both of them, actually.
But it should only be for a couple of days, right? Will you really get that lonely?
Oh, I guess it'll be fine. So anyway, I won't keep you here. If we keep having talks that don't pertain to work, my wife might have a good reason to get suspicious of me. So I'm gonna start taking a further look at the floor plans you sent me.
Thank you, and I'm sorry for taking up your personal time. Good luck and see you at the office tomorrow.
Good work today, Maddie. Are you still out working with one of our clients?
You too, Greg. No, actually, I just finished my work just now.
Just now? So it really took a lot of time today, huh? You left the office to go see the clients at around 5 p.m. today, right?
Well, it took me a bit of time to find their office, and then we've been spending a lot of time into figuring out just the right details for the floor plans for me to make. And now that it's past 8, I'm just starting to pack up to leave, actually. Also, these clients really love to talk a lot, so yeah.
Last week, you were working with them till pretty late as well, if I remember that correctly. Have you even gone with them through their whole business?
Yeah, I have.
Then you should have just headed home from their office instead of going back to the office.
Yeah, I'll do that next time then. Actually, today I was so hungry and I just didn't have the time or energy to go back home to eat. I just wanted to stop by at the cafe near our office to get a bite to eat there first anyway, so it's fine.
Ah, okay. Then you really should get heading home now, huh? You mean the cafe that's close to the mall, right? There's a really tasty hamburger joint there that I'm sure you'll love. They're open until midnight, and they also serve a really good chilled beer. You should check it out if you still want something to eat.
Oh, really? Sounds good, actually.
There's also a couple other really nice bars and restaurants there to pick and choose from. Tomorrow's Saturday, right? So no work for you. Go on, it's perfect for you to stay out a little and grab something to eat.
Craig, you really know how to make someone's day, don't you?
Well, I know a lot about that area because a friend of mine lives around there. I often go over there with my wife as well to eat. She loves it, so I'm sure you will too. I can recommend other good places for you too, if you want.
Well, is there an Italian place around here? I'm actually feeling like drinking a few glasses of wine and taking it easy for the night.
There's this place that runs as a cafe during the day and a bar at night right near the highway. And the menu they have for the night is pretty decent with great pasta and pizzas.
Wow, a cafe in the day and a bar at night? Such a great idea for a place. Sounds like it'll be pretty good right now, actually.
Actually, my wife likes it there a lot and will often go by herself to drink wine and socialize there. She says the place is pretty happening. So I think you'd be able to get in there easily right now. If not at least a little wait.
That place sounds great.
I forgot the exact name of the place, so I'll look it up and send the link to you. So check it out.
Thank you so much for doing that. I'm excited to drink some wine after a long week.
Just make sure not to drink too much, okay? Remember, everything in moderation. Alright, well, thanks for staying out late and getting your work done again. Good job. Be careful on your way home.
Thanks. Have a good night, Greg.
Hey, Maddie, what did you just send me? What is this text saying that you want to meet Papa? What are you thinking calling one of your higher-ups Papa? Is this a joke? Are you drunk right now?
Oh, I'm really sorry. Oh my god, and no, I'm not drunk right now. That text was from your daughter, who I'm watching over right now.
What?
She was all alone out on the streets.
My daughter's with you right now? Where the heck is my wife? What's going on?
Yeah, don't worry, she's safe with me. I'm with her now.
But she should be in Vietnam with my wife right now. What the heck are you talking about?
Well, actually, Actually, I don't really know what's going on either, but when I found her on the streets all by herself, I had to take her with me. So she wasn't afraid to come with me or anything either.
Are you sure it isn't someone else's kid? I mean, you've never even seen my daughter before.
Your daughter's name's Molly, right?
Yeah, but what the heck?
She told me that last weekend the two of you went picking strawberries together, and when you guys were walking out of the greenhouse, you tripped and spilled all the strawberries that you two picked. Is that true? Did that happen?
Well, that did happen to me, yes.
So then this really is your daughter. When I found her, she was sitting on one of the benches opposite the clothing shop with her head down looking upset. And when I walked up to her, she was holding a pen that had our company's logo on it.
I gave that to her recently. Oh my god.
Right? And I'm not sure I know too many kids named Molly. And when we first started talking, she was telling me about this trip she was supposed to go on with her mom.
Then what the heck is my daughter doing all the way over there?
Well, before we start going into that, could you come meet us over here?
I'm gonna call for a taxi right now. I just finished drinking a few beers and I don't think I should drive. Can you both wait a little bit?
Sounds good. Molly just told me that she said on the day she was going to the airport with her mom, they never ended up actually going there.
What? Then where did they go?
She said that her mom went to one of her friend's house. She said that her friend turned out to be a man.
A man? What the heck?
And when they arrived at that friend's house, he was upset because he didn't think she'd be bringing a little girl along, and apparently he kicked her out of the house and went somewhere together.
What? And they left her there?
Guess so. I'm not sure either.
Did Molly say where the two of them went off to?
No, I don't. Maybe they went to Vietnam? Do you think that's a possibility? Did your wife ever tell you about going there with one of her friends as well?
Well, she never brought anything up about a third person, just that it'd be the two of them going. So you think that meant her and this guy, not Molly? Oh, that's insane.
Oh, then it seems just before she left her daughter at the house, she stopped saying anything else to her. Of course, Molly stayed at the house for a little while, but soon couldn't wait any longer and ran out of the house looking for you guys. And that's when I ran into her, sitting on the bench outside the store.
But it's been 3 days since they left the house. She left her in that house all by herself for 3 days?
That's what it looks like. That's why she had to leave that house, you know. I'd be even more surprised if a 5-year-old could make it that long inside all by herself like that.
And how is Molly doing right now? She's not hurt or anything, right?
I think she's all right. Her mom left her with some food to eat for those few days that she was there, but I think it was mainly candy and sweets.
Oh my god, what the actual frick? Oh, tell me she's okay.
Yeah, considering all of this, she looks fine and normal to me, so don't worry. It sounds like the house she ran away from isn't too far from where we are now either. Do you have any idea of who the man was that your wife is with? Do you know anything?
No clue. Actually, my wife has a ton of friends, but most of them are women.
Well, I've been thinking about this a bit, and I think for your sake, this man is probably not as much of a friend to her as he is something else, if you get what I mean. I mean, she kept him a secret from you when she went to meet him?
Well, that's very true. Well, I think I know someone that this man might be. Where you found Molly, was that over by the mall I told you about? I think it's that friend of mine I was telling you lived over there earlier. He actually started to become good friends with my wife as well.
He went with her, you think?
I don't want to believe it, but his house is close to you both. Well, for the time being, I'll ride this taxi over to you guys. It'll take me about 15 minutes to get over to where you're at. Maybe go find somewhere warm to wait for me at.
Okay, but at the moment we're looking for somewhere nice and warm to go to.
Okay, well, let me know where you are once you've settled in.
Okay, will do.
Thank you so much, Maddie, and I'll be there soon. So, how was it? Did you have fun in Vietnam?
Yeah, it was so much fun. Molly's having a ton of fun as well. I'm so glad she came along with me.
Oh, is that so? Because Molly is sleeping on my lap right now.
What? Really? No way, she's with me.
So I'm starting to wonder who that person is with you that you keep calling Molly. But I heard from this Molly that you left her here to go on a trip with another man.
Oh my god, no. Why do you know all about that?
Because the person that found and watched Molly for me told me all about this.
Who found her? Who are you talking about? There must be some kind of mistake here.
Well, I'm here to ask all the questions right now, actually. And right now, the person who helped me find Molly is sitting right next to me too. So I'll hand the phone to her and you can speak to her.
How's it going, Emily? This is Maddie.
Maddie? Wait, you worked with my husband, right?
That's right. After I finished work and went out for a couple of drinks, I found your daughter sitting on a bench outside a clothes shop near the mall. So I made sure to call Greg right away.
Oh my God, well, thanks for helping our daughter out. I'd better get going now then.
No, you hold it right there now. I know this isn't my problem to meddle with, but since I was the one who found your daughter being abandoned, I think I have a right to interfere here.
Exactly, so stay out of it.
No, you're a terrible mother, and Greg is a great father, I'm sure, so I won't have it. I won't have Molly being treated like this. She's a great girl, too.
What? How can you say that? You don't even know them.
Well, the fact that you also lied to your husband is pretty bad, too. But leaving your own kid at the house of a man who you're having an affair with is just on a different level. Who does that? How can anyone do that?
Okay, well, whatever you're thinking now, whatever ideas you've got in your head, forget it, okay? I am not having an affair. You know nothing about me, so shut up.
Well, if I didn't find Molly, then what might have happened to her, huh? Would you just like to forget about your daughter and run off with that new man of yours?
None of this has anything to do with you. People that have no idea what's going on should stay out of this.
Instead of leaving your daughter at someone else's house all alone, you should have just left her with Greg. Are you an idiot or something?
Well, my husband was the one that wanted me to bring her with me since she's not in school right now. He said he'd be busy with work every day and he wasn't going to be home until late in the evening. He was the one who told me to take her with me to Vietnam, okay? See, you don't know anything.
So you just left her at your lover's home instead when you decided you didn't want to take her with you? How pathetic. You're disgusting. And did Greg pay for the both of your trips too? I know that he told me he was paying for Molly's ticket, so did he end up paying for his too?
That's none of your business. Why did that idiot have to run out of his house like that? He could have gotten away with all of this if she would have just stayed still.
The fact that you're still trying to make this all seem like it's okay to do is unbelievable. You never actually had a chance of pulling this trip off, Em. Do you really think a child her age would keep her mouth shut about this?
5-year-old should be able to listen and do as I say.
Well, you can't blame her then for doing all this when you were the imbecile trying to trust your affair with a 5-year-old. So I don't want to hear any more about how Molly should have kept quiet. The whole plan you made was riddled with flaws from the beginning, yet you thought you could make it out of this?
Shut the hell up, you dog!
The man that you went out with must have really enjoyed using an idiot like you, huh? All he had to do was say he wanted to love you, but instead probably just use you to get a free vacation.
There is no way that he would think of me as just a tool.
Well, that's the only type of men you'd seem to attract these days. Just for a little play and then to be tossed away.
We're not in that sort of shallow relationship. We've been together for over 10 years now, and there's no way you'd know about how the two of us fell in love.
Wow, in love, huh? Tell me more about this. I'm curious. So who's the man you've been in love with all this time? Go on, tell me. Spill the beans.
Oh my God, Greg, is that you?
Do you still feel like I don't know the man that you've been with? Having his house be in that part of town and the fact that you've been so-called friends with him for 10 years makes this pretty obvious. It's him. In other words, you've been sleeping with one of my closest friends, haven't you?
Greg, it's not that, honest.
We're getting divorced.
This doesn't give you a good enough reason to leave me just yet. And this is all Maddie's fault.
I don't think so. In fact, I've got to thank her for all of this. It's because of Maddie that I was able to figure this all out. They always say that in times of crisis, your real friends will be there to help, huh? So as for you, don't even bother returning home.
Wait, will you please just listen to what I have left to say? I feel that the two of us have been distanced for some time now, so please listen to what I think.
That's all in the past now, including you.
It's because of you that I chose to go with your friend, and I know that you've been doing your best for me because you think of me as a good wife, and that's what has kept me going as well. I know that I've cheated on you a few times, but that was all just to get a breath of fresh air for once.
No matter what the reason is, cheating is not okay. Emily, I'm gonna erase you from my life.
Listen to me!
I'm really sorry about all of this, Emily. This is Maddie again.
What the hell have you been doing around my husband all this time? Give him back the phone right now, you dog.
Well, he told me that he no longer wants to talk to his ex-wife anymore. I think when you get back from your vacation, your husband and your daughter will no longer be around to see you.
Tell my husband to get back here and tell him that I'm coming home right now, so he needs to listen to me.
I don't think he's going to listen to what I have to say about you either. But I do have something to tell you from Greg, so you better listen very closely now.
What do you have to say to me? What is it?
No matter how well of a job you do, when you make a single mistake, it creates a sort of ripple effect in the calm waters. I know that you said you've been trying your best to be a good wife for Greg, but he also loves his daughter and job just as much as he once loved you. I think it's time to cut you off for good so he can keep prioritizing the two without a cold, cheating cow like you. After this whole mess, Greg has finally divorced Emily and took Molly for full custody. It also seems that Greg hired a lawyer to sue both Emily and his old friend for cheating on him, but to no avail. He also made sure that all of his mutual friends knew about his wife for having an affair with one of his good friends. So the both of them now have to live with the shame and embarrassment. Serves them right. They both tried apologizing to Greg profusely, but none of that swayed him. I can't believe Greg had to go through all of that while still being the best boss to work with. I'm so proud of him and happy that things have ended up this way. Talking with him has become easier and more relaxed after going through all of that, and I'm more productive at work now too. I think that this was the best start of a new friendship between us two, where we're close to one another outside and inside of work. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like the video and leave a comment. See you in the next one.